Welcome back to another video, you guys. Today we're going to show you guys a little bit of what we have here in the Malaysia facility. And I think we're going to start with venomous snakes for this episode. This is a Pitayus carinata. This is not a venomous snake, and we're not trying to make another viral video. I don't want to say it's a king cobra mimic, but these snakes, as I've stated before for the articles and things that I've written about these guys, they were really popular with the skinners because they used the skin of these snakes and made belts and wallets and that, and passed the skin off as king cobra skin because it looks almost identical. The pattern is similar, the color is similar, but of course this is a non-venomous snake and it does not have the ability to hood. Let's get into it, you guys. Venomous snakes from the Malaysia facility. So the first one, probably one of my most favorite venomous snakes, is this broad-banded temple pit viper from Sulawesi, Tropidolemus laticinctus. We have a few here. This is the biggest one that we have. This is a big female, and she tends to have a lot of blue and green color. I'm not gonna take her out, but this snake is very alert. A lot of these snakes will kind of just sit and look like they're not paying attention, but this one lets you know that it's paying attention. It'll start to turn its head and look and kind of figure out what all the commotion is about, and it will strike. It has no problems reaching out and striking, but it's a very menacing head. It's very big and broad, and I'm sure the fangs are pretty sizable on this snake. This snake is, all of these snakes actually, this entire genus, they tend to have a very slow metabolism. Even in the wild, they will sit in the same spot for days. And this snake is oftentimes just remains in the same spot in the cage for quite some time. So we spray these snakes directly. They don't seem like they drink from water bowls, but every time you spray, they just start lapping up all the water droplets. So we just make sure that we spray often, and we're going to add automated misting. This facility is nowhere near complete. It seems to be a bit delayed and it's a slow process, but we're getting to it. But this is a big female and she is really pretty, and you can see that head is like really arrow shaped. I have some smaller ones that I'll show you guys now. I should have 2.2 of like juvenile size, and then I have this big female. So these are more laticinctus. These are younger animals, and we have them just temporarily in these boxes. They haven't been here too long. We're allowing them to adjust and making sure that they're feeding. A lot of times snakes do much better when they are in smaller containers, smaller cages. They just feel more secure and they just do better. So we have them here adjusting to this, and then when we feel that they're comfortable enough, we will be moving them to the wall of big cages, just like how you saw that big girl. It's supposed to be 2.2. I don't have my restraint tubes here, and that's the next thing I'm going to bring over when we return back here to Southeast Asia from the US. I have a whole set of those, but they're almost impossible to find over here overseas. I've been looking and I just won't be able to see those anywhere. So I'm going to be bringing those with me. I believe just by visual, I kind of like lifted the tails and checked. I can sex with pretty good accuracy other snakes just by looking at the tail taper. Vipers, I'm not sure because I'm not super well versed with vipers because it's kind of a thing that I'm just started working with since being over here in the last few years. So I think if I had to guess, the two small ones to me looked male with longer tails, and the two bigger ones looked like females with shorter, stubbier tails. The other thing that I'm noticing is that female over there is showing more of a dominant colors of blue and green. And I'm seeing those colors with these two bigger ones. They're going that direction. And then these two are holding on to a lot of red. And so that might be a little bit of sexual dimorphism. I know a couple people that are working with these, and I should just pause everything for a minute and reach out, or maybe if they're watching this video, they can put it in the comments or reach out to me. But I'm pretty sure that I would have to guess that these two small ones that are showing a lot of the red are going to be are males, and then these two bigger ones are going to be females. So it's a nice group. They're feeding, they're all doing well. A couple of them look like they're going into shed, but it is what it is. This one is super sharp, really, really pretty with a lot of high red. And I just really love these snakes. They are absolutely amazing. So this is another one of my favorites here. This is a Bornean keeled pit viper. So this is Tropidolaemus subannulatus. This is a female, and I also really like the color scheme on this one. Yellow, blue, and green. Same body type, triangular head, and it's just, it really does it for me. And again, we're going to be moving these into the bigger arboreal cages as soon as we get things set up. But it's going to be a pretty incredible display animal. It's a lot of blue. Give you guys a shot of the head. A lot of blue on the labials. Really, really nice animal. It seems to be doing well, but I think it will do better in the arboreal cages. I think it'll just be more comfortable. Really digging this genus. We have a little male, a little baby male. I'll show you right now. So this is the little male, or at least we think and hope and pray that it is a male. So this little one was captive born, so it's actually doing really well. And it may look like it's in a tiny little cage, little glass box, but baby vipers aren't always the easiest to acclimate and get going in that. And so it's kind of well known among venomous keepers that when you have something that's doing well in whatever size cage it is, it's probably best just to leave it alone and let it do its thing until it outgrows that particular dimension of cage or box or tub or whatever it is. So we're just letting this one do its thing and grow out just a little bit, and then when we feel that it's comfortable enough, we will also move the animal into maybe one of the arboreal cages or maybe one of the shorter ones and the smaller ones on the bottom. But little by little, we'll do baby steps for the babies. So now we're moving to another genus. This is Trimeresurus insularis. This is the one with the common name of Komodo Island blue pit viper. Not all of them are created equal. I've seen some that it was a stretch to actually call them blue, and they do come in green, of course, and they come in yellow and a couple other color phases, but this one is intense blue. And we have, I think, 4 or 5 others that are a little bit smaller than this, and they are all like very intense blue. So I'm really happy with the quality of the ones that we have here. I wasn't sure if we were going to hold on to these or not. I don't know if I want to say that they're common in the US, but they definitely are not a rare item in the US. I do see people with these here and there, but I'm just really mesmerized by the color. And they're doing well. They've been here for almost a year now. And I don't know male from female. This one I'm gonna assume is probably a female just because it's bigger of the batch, but I really don't know. So we'll get into all that later when I have my restraint tubes. But these snakes are a little bit different. The Tropidolaemus to me seem more happy to just sit poised, not show any movement or not show too much defense or aggression or whatever you may want to call it. But these are just really alert, and they have quite an appetite, and anything that moves that attracts their attention, they just start flicking that tongue and they just start looking at stuff like it's food, and it's a trip. You have to be really careful with these. The Tropidolaemus don't really track like this so much, but these are different, and their strike is super fast, just like all the pit vipers, but really pretty, very menacing, has kind of like a grumpy expression on its face. But I don't want to mess with it too much because it might abandon ship and take off on me. Unlike the Tripidolamus, they seem like they're happy just to stay anchored and sit. But that's a beautiful snake. So the next one is Protobothrops jordani boreti. And these actually get very big, but this one is not that huge, and I suspect that it might be a male. It is a very amazing snake. I really enjoy the cryptic coloration, is just crazy to me. But a little bit of a newer animal for us, and this one is doing good so far. I don't interact with these at all, and I have a feeling that they're kind of fast. They don't like to, they're not like super arboreal where they stay anchored, although this one does spend quite a bit of time on the branch. But it's a longer snake. It's not short and fat and stubby, and it just seems a little bit faster, a little bit more alert, but really interesting looking animal. This subspecies doesn't seem like it's in the hobby too much in the US anyway. I kind of get a look at that tail. Definitely that looks male to me, so that's no surprise. I kind of suspected that in the beginning. So that's going to do it for today's video, you guys. Just wanted to show you a little bit of the venomous. We had some other things in here. We kind of changed our minds a little bit, and so we still want to add just a couple more non-native venomous projects, I think, to the collection. It's nice to have a little bit of corner of display animals, and I think they're going to look really good once this place is fully decked out and up to snuff. From Malaysia, you guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.